pretty tough night, well, tough weekend overall. Was this meeting maybe have a different tone or have some different information than other times?
Not so much that. I said last night, we're not good enough 5-on-5. We're not playing good enough 5-on-5. When we do, we were very effective. You look at the way we played the last 30 minutes against Buffalo 5-on-5. You look at the way we played in Vancouver 5-on-5. It's exactly what the formula is. And as soon as we get away from that, we feed the other team's strengths. And we did it we had things going well in Calgary and then fed their transition game, and they're quick. This team last night's very, very quick, and they put a lot of pucks on the net, and we fed their transition game. So today, to me, our whole focus was looking at ourselves 5-on-5 and what's good and what's not good and what needs to get cleaned up, because we're built a certain way, and when we're allowed to play that way, we're very effective. And when we focus on playing that way, we can really do damage. But when we get into the game we allowed Carolina to get into yesterday, it's a huge disadvantage for us, and we spend the whole first period on our heels. And we've had, for me, since January 1st, we've had too many games like that where we've spent a lot of time on our heels because we've fed their transition game. And I really believe this. When you get stuck on the three-quarter ice game where you're basically chipping it out and changing, or chipping it out and getting stuck on the ice, that's a bad formula, and that's exactly what's happened on a two regular basis here for the last 3 weeks.
Hitch, big picture. Todd McClellan couldn't win with this roster. You're finding a hard time winning with this roster. Do you have good enough players to win here?
Oh yeah, I don't like to get into that stuff. That's none of my business. And to me, this is what's going with our hockey club. This is 100% on the players and coaches, and it's on us as much as the players. I don't care what the roster is. We've got one injury basically. There's teams that are playing better 5-on-5 that have 6-7 guys out. It's on us to play better. I don't care whatever rosters are there. Everybody goes through peaks and valleys on how many healthy bodies or who your roster is or what you want. It's not my job. My job is to get our team playing at a much better rate. When you look at our ratio since Christmas, we're the combination of special teams, PK and PP, man, we're 105 plus total numbers, which is really high. You win in this game 5-on-5, and the 5-on-5 is the coaches and players' responsibility, and we're just not good enough there right now. We're not playing good enough. We're not playing consistent enough, and if that changes, we'll win our share of hockey games.
Yeah, what did Ratty and Spooner not give you because they're on waivers?
It's more what guys like Puljujärvi and Yamamoto do give us, and to me, they're competitive young guys. That's competition in the NHL. We're happy with the way they play, and we're happy with what they bring. They're both getting better daily, and if they're for me, for right now, they won spots on the hockey club, so they get to play.
Spooner just couldn't figure out where exactly to play.
Not so much that. I think the emergence of those two guys pushed him back, and Peter and his guys decided that they're not going to have a bunch of guys hang around. We've got a defenseman obviously coming back that's going to take up majority of ice time, so that's another veteran player, and I think he felt like this takes the ball out of our court, so we don't have to make these decisions. Those two young guys are here. They're staying and they're playing, and both guys are getting better daily. And one guy's having a much more major impact in the game, Puljujärvi, and Yamamoto looks like he's got the moxie to be a player.
You only got 12 forwards, so
yeah, well, I think we're opening ourselves up to either bringing one of those guys back in, or looking at, there's a couple of guys that are playing exceptional down there that we might look at. So there's some flexibility for Peter and his staff, but to me, this is on Yamo and Puljujärvi. Their improvement has allowed us to give them spots for right now.
Ken, the fans seem angry about effort and achievement, particularly on the weekend. What do you say to them?
To the fans? Well, they're loyal as hell, and that's what they're going to be right until the end, and they deserve to be angry. I thought we played, other than about 7 minutes, we played a heck of a hockey game against Calgary and lost to a good team. Last night was not acceptable, and that's on us. Our 5-on-5 play was extremely poor yesterday, and yesterday's start was a direct correlation to the emotional amount of energy spent the night before, and that's on us. We thought we had them ready and regroup, but obviously we didn't. There was a lot of debris from the night before, and that's lesson learned. We've got to go at it a different way. So again, that's on us to get these guys when it's an emotional game like that. The residue effect was a little bit deeper than we thought, and we kind of made a mistake there in thinking we were ready.
Is the Adam Larson thing, is that normal that a player plays really well with one partner, and then when that partner isn't there,
Yeah.
the game drops off because he's so used to playing with the same guy for a couple of years?
Yeah, well, Lars to me is a guy, his whole game is based on predictability. And when it becomes unpredictable, then you become cautious and tentative. And I think that's where Lars has got himself to. His game is a game that's when things around him are very predictable, obviously with his partner there, then it's an automatic response. And now there's hesitation and questioning and going on like that. And we'll try to help him here. And like I said, he gets his partner back in one more game. And he's a good player that's had a rough month here. And sometimes when you get pushed up a little bit higher up the chain, things happen that get you exposed in some situations that you're normally not in, and that's what's happened.
Caleb Jones is still going to stay and play regularly, or is he going to drop him down?
Well, I think we want to get Petro in now, so that's the focus right now, and we'll see from there. But the focus right now is to get Petro in, and then we'll see where, that's another decision for Peter and his staff, because Klefbom comes back right after, and if Caleb isn't going to play on a regular basis when we get all the veteran guys back in the lineup ready to go, then he's going to have to make a decision.
You expect Klefbom back after the break?
Yeah, we do. He's come along nicely, and the 10 days will do him good. He's going to skate a lot of those days, so he should be ready, up and running, ready to go.
Has Jones given you pause for perhaps maybe you should play ahead of guys that would be considered veteran guys, even when everyone's healthy on a third pair?
That's dollars and cents, and that's not in my job description. So we can express what we like, but then there's also dollars and cents decisions that you have to respect. So I stay out of that stuff. Whatever the 23 is, I get to coach, and where he wants to go and save and protect rosters, I understand that from a general manager standpoint. So I don't get involved in that.
He's ready to pass any tests so he can go down to Bakersfield?
That's up in the air. He's still approaching that status. He's getting better and better with us. He looks really efficient, but there's 2 more steps to go. There's obviously clearance to get to Bakersfield and then play, and then to come back and play. So I can't tell you the time frame.
You could send guys down over the All-Star break to play in Bakersfield, but you could send Jones down.
I don't really know those rules, to be honest with you. That would have to come from management, but my understanding is I'm not sure there's even scheduled games down there, so I think you can send them down, but I'm not even sure if they can play, Jim, to be honest with you.
Hitch, I want to go off the board a little bit. I'm doing a story about the 130 community league rinks we have in Edmonton. I'm sure when you were younger in Edmonton, you had some experience. Did you play a lot outdoor?
Yeah,
coach a lot?
I played at 2 rinks. I played in Holyrood and I played in Otwell, and I was the best player in both rinks. That's what I was told, and it was. And we used to play especially in Otwell, we used to play every Saturday morning and Sunday morning. It was 20 on 20 minimum, and actually my dad.
No sticks in the middle?
No, we didn't even get that. They would have froze to the ice. But my dad actually was the caretaker at Holyrood and Otwell, and he did both rinks. And even in Otwell, we had 3 surfaces there going at one time, and it was tremendous. And I actually drove by there a week ago, and they've really upgraded the surface there in Otwell. It's pretty impressive, but I love my time there. We used to come right from elementary or middle school and right to the rink right after and spend the whole day there. It was fun.